Welcome back, Legends. I'm Mark from LegendaryMakes, and on today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to kind of do maybe like an origin story of LegendaryMakes, kind of fill you guys in where I came from, what I was doing before, and how I got to this channel. My journey with 3D printing began in the cryptocurrency world. I was a crypto miner for a while, and if you're familiar with crypto mining in general, you probably know that there are CPUs, GPUs, that sort of stuff to mine with, right? And while on my journey with that, I found myself needing some cooling type solutions for the GPUs, APUs, CPUs that I was using. And so for one Christmas, my wife, very awesome wife, got me a Ender 3 3D printer. And I thought I'd try this out and print some specific things, shrouds, cooling solutions, and whatnot for the certain GPUs and rigs that I was running. And it was awesome. I loved it. I fell in love with 3D printing almost instantly. And that Ender 3 at that time was decent for what it was. But nowadays, you know, having bamboo printers, it's ancient technology, I guess you could say. So I tinkered around a little bit with Ender 3. I tinkered around with some CAD software, some free stuff that was online, designed my own stuff. And then I kind of really got serious about after I was getting out of crypto. And I think it was mostly because I enjoyed 3D printing and designing so much that the crypto world just wasn't interesting to me anymore. And so I got out of the world of making keychains for crypto projects, GPU shrouds, CPU shrouds, all these cooling type solutions, and really dove into more practical, I guess, real world right now solutions. I don't know if that makes sense, but I guess that market of cryptocurrency and designing stuff for that small niche of a group just didn't seem like a feasible long-term thing for what I wanted to do, which is designing and printing. But I did have a lot of fun designing stuff in the crypto world. A couple of things that I designed, which I thought were really cool, is this guy here, which is a case, a cooling solution for something like this. This is a BC250 APU. Technically, it is a cut down version of a PS5. I also designed a single unit for just one. You'll have your fan in here and the exhaust here. Power connector there. And going back to this chunk monster, there are 3 cards in this one, and the fan is at the back with the power connectors here at the top. But that's not all I designed. These cards here, these BC250s, did come in a case of 12. They were like a server style case. And inside those, in those cases, these cards were still inefficient when it came to cooling. And so I designed a shroud that essentially went over this part here, so the air can come in here, blow directly into the fins and directly out the back. And that was the big problem with that case and these cards in particular. And that was just part of my journey of designing a solution to some very niche problem. On top of that, I also designed I wish I had one to show you, but I don't, but it was essentially a dust filter for these cards on those Azeroth cases. And it would just block any incoming dust, and you could take them off and put them back on. And now that I am much removed from the crypto world and fully going on 3D printing, designing, because it's my jam, I still want to be able to design cooling solutions for GPUs, CPUs, motherboard type stuff, and I will be doing that in the future. And I really want to design functional items, things that people can use, solutions to weird problems, especially the problems people say you can't fix. That's where I get excited, because I don't like being told I can't do something. I really do go to bed at night thinking of problems and trying to design in my head solutions to those problems. It's an interesting process that I go through, but my mind's always working on how to fix different problems. And with that being said, having this channel and being a content creator, I am trying to learn how to split the two different aspects to this, right? There's the designing and printing aspect, and then a content creation aspect. I need to learn how to have better lighting. I need to learn how to have better audio and video and more entertaining videos for you guys to watch. So as you guys follow me on my journey, you'll see me struggle with the balance between great content that you guys can love and enjoy and finding some sort of fun project to show you guys what I did, what I designed, what solution I fixed. But at the end of the day, I'm an idea guy. I want to build a brand around the ideas that I come up with and the problems that I fix. And just a showcase of that thinking is this dispenser that I made here for the 3M Scotch cushion lock. It's a real simple design, but very functional, and I had a lot of fun making the design, and I had a lot of fun printing it and trying to figure out layer lines and strength and aesthetics, as well as branding, as I have my name clearly marked on here, Legendary Makes, because I want to develop a brand. I want the things that I make to stand out as quality, as good-looking items, and as functional items. And so I do want to get into a lot of customization on things. If I decide to build a headphone stand, I don't want it to just be a headphone stand. I want it to be a statement of something really aesthetically pleasing, functional around the brand that I'm building. And I want to test the limits of 3D printing. I want to test the strength properties of 3D printing. What can we build by designing multiple pieces that fit into one giant, bigger piece for better strength? And to better convey that idea, let me show you something. This is an old project that I never finished. It is a motherboard stacker. Great for people who CPU mine and other things of that nature. And this was a great project, learning layer line strength and aesthetics all at the same time, and being kind of a purist when it came to 3D printing. And I'll just do a quick overview of this. I'm not gonna get into this. And if you really want me to break down how I made this, how this all fits together, leave some comments in the description below, and I'd be happy to do that, but only if you guys are looking for that. Essentially, each post here attaches into itself, and each one of these motherboard kind of holders go into here, and this little, let me get that on the camera here, square guy here notches down into the brace or the legs. And then those are held in place by these little 3D printed, I don't know which pegs, I guess you would call them. And they just print in there or push into there. And that way the legs cannot come undone. And then we had to think about layer line and strength, right? This, I had to print, these are the little nubs that the motherboard would sit on. But if I printed them with the layer lines going up, these top nubs would fall or pop right off. So I had to make these inserts into this actual brace so that I could print these guys sideways, making it a better strengthened product. This isn't really groundbreaking. I don't think I'll ever get back to this project. Maybe I will, I don't know. If there's people out there that want me to continue this project, I might, just let me know. But it was fun learning how to capitalize on layer lines and strength and trying to orient this and trying to make this into multiple pieces. And as you can see, this thing is robust. No cracking, nothing at all. This thing is solid. Now, I know this is probably just a really boring talking head video for you guys, but I did want to get this out. So anybody interested in my journey and following along, and people who really care about the channel, at least kind of get a background on where I came from, what I'm doing now, and where I want to go with this channel. So if you like this content, you thought it was like mildly informative, somewhat entertaining, probably not, hit subscribe, like, and most of all, share.